10.7, we're going to write and graph equations of circles. So if I let x, y represent any point on the circle with the center at the origin, okay, that's important to know that this first equation is the center at the origin and a radius of r. You look at the drawing, you can see that we could use the Pythagorean theorem to write an equation of the circle, which would be, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. But that is only if our circle is at the center, the origin. If our center is at the origin, that means our center is 0, 0. Okay? What if now we have a center that's at a point called HK? Okay, HK. We still can let x, y represent a point on the circle, and the distance between x, y, and HK is going to be the radius r. Using the distance formula, you see that we have the square root of x minus quantity h squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r. So the standard equation for a circle with a center other than the origin and a radius r is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. Okay, so let's write the standard equation of the circle. The first step we're going to do is to find the center, and the center in this particular problem is at the origin. And then we need to find the radius. So to find the radius, you just count your spaces, and they're counting by 2, so the radius would be 2, 4, 6. And then standard form. Okay, so, or if you remember with the center being at 0, 0, the origin, you could just use x squared plus y squared equals r squared, which we just simplify that to be 36. Okay, again, find your center. The center is 0, 2. Radius, count your spaces, 2. So x minus 0 quantity squared plus y minus k equals r squared. And then you just simplify that. Do not have to expand your binomials. Just leave them in the squared form. Okay? How about writing a standard equation with the center negative 2, 5 and a radius radius 7. So this is your h, k. So it's x minus negative 2 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 7 squared. So writing that, simplifying it, turn your minus and negative into a plus. And then when we have a point on a circle and a center, To find the radius, we need to use our distance formula. So the radius is going to equal, using your distance formula, the difference between the x's squared plus the difference between the y's squared. 8 minus 4 is 4. Negative 1 minus negative 2. This is 16 plus 9. Okay, then you can just use standard form, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And just simplify the r squared. The last one is graphing. So the first thing in graphing, you're in standard form, so you want to find your HK. Write this as standard form minuses. So a plus needs to be written as a minus a negative, and then you can write your radius as a radius squared. So then you have your center is 4, negative 1, and your radius is 4. So plot your center, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1. And then go in each direction, your radius. To the right, go 4 spaces from center, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And this will help you draw the best circle probably that you can draw. And that's good enough. And that is writing and graphing circles, equations of circles.